Just what is it that you want to do?
A long time ago, about 2011, me and Pete were working in specialist education for autistic adults, and we were getting a bit disillusioned with the amount of bureaucracy and paperwork that we had to do, and we really wanted to play music. So we had the seeds of an idea to create a band using semi-pro musicians like ourselves with young autistic people who were keen on learning how to become performers.
We want to be free to do what we want to do.
Fast forward 3 or 4 years and we made the decision to leave our careers, which was a huge risk.
I'm starting a new company and the fish will come with me.
It's the best decision we ever made because we've suddenly got complete creative freedom, complete creative control. So we're just starting our 3rd year, and in that time we've managed to work with a lot of people that we worked with in education. They've come with us, they've had the faith, the parents have had the faith, the funders have had the faith to continue because they could see the potential in creating something so unique as, you know, a professional touring band where so many of the members are autistic. Luckily, we've also managed to recruit new people on the back of the work we've been doing, you know. Well, very luckily, we just happen to have friends who work for a creative agency called Cravens in Newcastle who produce some incredible work for huge clients, you know.
Oh, no! Better let the man do the talking.
They really, really wanted to do their bit for social responsibility by getting involved with Aukestra, so we were approached by Cravens with the concept of putting together a professional pop video. And obviously we said no. We said, you want to do? Yes, come in. We want a bit of that.
Andy from Cravens came along to Aukestra and gathered all the guys together. Obviously, it was a crazy gathering of mad and wacky ideas, and imagery was flying around all over the place. And fortunately, our guys have got a vivid imagination and interests spanning all sorts of genres. And we've got people that love Walt Disney, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Wow, look!
I'm a computer guy.
Mary Poppins, all that sort of thing. We sat down and just went through all of the type of things that really fired them up, things that they were inspired by, things that they liked, hobbies. So we got all of these ideas together, and Andy basically thought, well, let's mash it all up and see if we can create something which showed off the band's personality and character and just showed them in a really positive light.
Being part of Aukestra, you know, in the past year alone, we've taken them on tour to Poland. We've played a gig in a Polish nightclub where they were all bopping up and down and asking for more. And, you know, they've been on tour around the country. They're getting to do a professional music video. All of these are just things that I'm sure they never in their wildest dreams would have thought they'd get to experience.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
So the filming day went really, really well. It was a complete change to the normal routine that goes on in Aukestra. So in the world of autism, routines, it's an important thing. However, in Aukestra, we've always tried to kind of steer away from being very rigid on what we do, because as a band, things are quite chaotic and last minute, and they don't always go to plan. So asking the guys to come in and go over a song 150 times from start to finish, all day, constantly, in costume, under the lights, people that don't know, asking them to do things, teaching them, right, let's look at the camera this way. It's all huge when it comes to dealing with their autism and how they respond. But thankfully, this group of people are absolutely outstanding in terms of their attitude and approach to work. They're a very, very professional group.
You know, it just gives them so much confidence, being able to do something that normally they wouldn't expect to do, you know, something that they would see their heroes doing, or something like making a video, you know, a pop video. But yeah, got loads out of it. Went away, leaving the room absolutely buzzing, you know. Obviously, hopefully talking about it for months and years to come.
There was no complaining. Nobody got upset. They just kept going, take after take after take after take, and really by the end understood what the director and the film crew wanted from them. and it was a joy to watch. It always is working with Aukestra, but when you put them in a room with a really professional team who work with some massive companies and see how these guys just adapt, handle it, no egos, no tantrums, apart from the staff, but we can cope with that. They were just superb, and none of them have seen the video. I've had a sneak peek of the video, and a couple of people, but we purposefully didn't want them to see it just on the mobile phone. We wanted them to be involved in a big, spectacular event where they can get the praise and the recognition that they deserve for the work that they've done on this. So I'm absolutely buzzing to see how excited they are, because I know they'll be amazed by it. They'll be like, it's magic. It is. So there, looking forward to that.
The best part for me was watching the band look after each other, rally round, make each other drinks, sit and support each other. When it was a person's turn to get up, the rest of the band would be like, come on, yes, you can do it, you've got it. Everyone was really, really supportive. For me, that sums Aukestra up. It's, we're a team. We're a little family. As cheesy as that sounds, that's what we are. We all look after each other. To see everybody coming together, and if there was somebody who was a bit nervous about doing their part, everybody else would be slapping them on the back, saying, come on, you can do it. You can do it. And they come off and it's like, yeah, you did it. What were you so nervous about?
My standout moment in the video was an amazing little bit of technical skill, which there's a bit where Stephen and Ross just suddenly jump through the screen sort of into a picture, into an oil painting, which is great. I loved it. Don't know how that was done.
Matt, the favourite moment of the film is the feeling I got when I watched it the first time. So again, it was like, this is like gold dust. It's very special. Watch this and keep it private. When we got the final video from Cravens, and I remember me and Pete sat and watched it, and like both of us were just like, and afterwards we just went like, oh, what, like that loads of times, which is kind of our way of saying, nah, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. So the whole thing is incredible, but I think it's the feeling that I got from watching it the first time and going, someone's done this for us, and someone's taken the time, the effort, put a lot of time into making a Aukestra feel special. My
favourite part of the video is towards the end, where everybody is waving and everyone's I think they're going through doors, aren't they? There's like doors closing, and then there's another group of people waving, and I don't know why, but every time I see that part I burst into tears. And I don't know, it seems like there's a door closing and then a new one opening into a new chapter, a new adventure. That's my favourite part.
It's not something that we could have ever dreamed of being able to produce, and thank you so much.
They saw something the first time they met us that like I saw when I wanted to start the company, that Pete saw, that Lel saw, that every parent who wants their child to come to Aukestra sees something and goes, I don't want my child at a day centre, I don't want them going bowling and walking around the shops. There's this incredible gem just sitting there in Berkeley, of all places, the most kind of unlikely place for a touring professional rock band, and then you add in the fact that half of the band are autistic, and it's just like, wow. And people want a part of that, and I think that video is it's gonna make people want to be involved and want to come and see us and want to support us, and just continue the incredible adventure that the Aukestra story is.